Hi, everybody. Isabel Morton here with a really special presentation on comparing larger sized gemstones with smaller ones. And this is an important comparison to make because it might tell you something about yourself, but it will also tell you how you interact with the different gemstones and which ones might work better for you. I have four different examples of four different types of gemstones with a 4 millimeter example, and I have 10 millimeter in three of them, and then 6 or 7 millimeter in another one. Okay, so let's just get started. I'm actually going to start with, this is frosted quartz with clear quartz. It's an optical quartz that we use as the symbiote. Not sure if you can see that. Maybe now that you can. Here's the clear and here's the frosted. The texture that the cutter puts on certain quartz beads makes a huge difference in how that quartz presents itself. The frosted is, you might say, the yin, and the clear is the yang. And the qualities of the two very different. The frosted quartz has a cooling effect. The clear, unfrosted, the optical has a warming effect. And the two are really important to balance each other out. But in any case, you are welcome to just sit back and relax and tune into the session space, tune into the feeling of these gems. No need to reach out. They will come to you. You are connected to the earth, as we all are, and the atmosphere is connected to the earth, as we all are, and we're breathing that atmosphere. So these are just explanations to satisfy the mind why we are able to connect, but the energetic connection is very present, very real, very possible. What I'd like you to notice with these smaller gems is how your body does have to reach out for them. So let me just switch right now to the 10 millimeter variety. That's right there in your face, huh? Right there. Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely feel them. No effort is required. No effort is required. The gems are just present. They're there for you. They're going to support you. And this may be a lot for some people. Okay. Individuals who are hypersensitive to energies, environmentally sensitive, may appreciate these smaller gems because the gemstones are going to provide just enough support that they feel safe, because this 4 millimeter is not overwhelming. Provides a level of safety. I would start with the gems at a distance and not even bring them in until you feel comfortable with them. Introduce them to your body slowly. But then after you do, and you start wearing them and it's comfortable to wear them, the gems are small enough that your body can receive them. And you know they're healing, and the body recognizes that they're healing. And then after a little while, you gain strength because you've had to reach out to get more of the essence of these gems. You've had to reach into earth or into the gems themselves to try to pull in more. That exercise of doing that is a way to strengthen yourself so that later you might be ready for, well, maybe this is 10 millimeters too big. Let me pull out an 8 millimeter. Got them in a little bag here. This is the 8 millimeter of the frosted quartz of the Harmony design. 8 millimeters, which might be too much. You may have to start the next step with 6 millimeter. But in the process of becoming accustomed to the gemstones going from smaller to larger, even just 4 to 6, maybe even to 8, you're building inner strength. The fragility of your energy field, which causes you to be extra sensitive to like everything, begins to shore up. Your boundaries get stronger. Your ability to protect yourself gets stronger. Your ability to filter the good from the not so good gets stronger. I'm going to move over now to, let's see, I'm going to do agate. This is a little petite agate, 4 millimeter, lots of colors. All the colors are very distinct, and that's how we determine therapeutic quality agate, because there's a lot of agate out there that you might say has a identity crisis, because when you look at the bead, it's 2 colors. Well, what frequency is that particular color giving if there's 2 colors? Every single gem in our agate necklaces have 1 color, one distinct earth energy frequency, one kind of nourishment source. So tune into that. And notice how you kind of have to pull, you have to reach out to get more. Yeah, I get it. Okay, here's 6 millimeter. Here's the 6. I believe this is actually a stained glass agate, meaning there's some translucence to these beads. More light can flow through them. Pairing it with citrine. Purpose of the citrine is to help unwind the tension and stress in your body so that you can receive earth energy better, so you can become grounded. You ever notice that when you try to settle your energy, you try to become centered and just settled, that any tension or mental activity, stress prevents you from doing that? It's almost impossible just to relax. Well, the citrine in here serves to help with that, to unwind that stress and tension so that you can ride the agate energy into the earth. That's 6 millimeter. Okay, now I did bring an 8 millimeter. I'll just pull that out because just for fun, right? Okay, this is an 8 millimeter. Okay, notice how the colorations are a little different. And that's just because every agate necklace is completely unique. But every bead has 1 color, 1 distinct frequency. Yeah, notice how it's easier to settle? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'll give you another second with the 8 millimeter. Okay, ready for the 10? Here we go. And here's the symbiote, is also a lot larger as well. Notice how you don't have to reach out at all to receive the 10 millimeter, the energies from the 10 millimeter gems. They're just there. It's more about receiving than having to reach out and try to access. They're right there, very present. This morning, I woke up with my throat was all swollen. I'm thinking, oh no, I'm supposed to do a YouTube live today. And so I decided I would wear some bloodstone and red coral. There's the red coral right there. And this is very helpful for supporting your immune system, for me, definitely. My sore throat is completely gone. Also, I chose to support that with moonstone and emerald. Emerald because of its physical healing properties, especially as a carrier of the green color ray. And these are big. I have smaller versions. I have 6mm versions. But well, first of all, I'm very comfortable with gemstones. I'm not hypersensitive to environmental energies. I feel I am growing in my resilience. I'm sensitive to other types of energies, but I use that in a positive way to help myself learn and understand so I can teach you guys what I'm learning. But in any case, I needed the larger ones. I just needed that source of abundant nourishment to help me overcome the imbalance in my throat that I woke up with. All right. Next, I'm going to jump over to jade, and I'm going to start with a larger one. This is the 10mm jade. And granted, this might be too much for somebody. It might be. It might be too much. You might get a sense of, oh, wait a second, that's too much. And you can just put your hand up like that. And that's a really good technique too for wherever you're feeling encroached upon. Just go like this. Because what this does is it separates my sacred space, my protected space from the outside world or anyone or group that may be pressing upon me. So I'll do this also sometimes when giving sessions, put my hand up like that when I feel that a client's energy field or what they're working with feels a little too familiar to me, that, okay, I don't want to resonate with this. I am serving them. And so I'll just put my hand up to remind the client's energy field and my energy field that we are separate. It's a way of protecting yourself, even energetically. Okay, so that was the 10. This is an 8. That was a 10 Siberian jade. Now, Siberian jade has a higher vibration than Canadian. In most cases, you'll always have a lower quality of anything and a higher quality of something else. But in general, the finest quality that we work with, we do find that is true. So this is an 8mm Siberian. Now, the jade is such an important part of my daily practice for health, just because it helps to bring my energies closer to myself, and so I'm less scattered. That centripetal flow remains strong, so I can retain and even gather strength rather than having it drift away from me. Yeah, so that's the 8mm Siberian. This is a little less than 8. It's about a 7. And this is Canadian jade. This sample happens to be darker. It's not always true. Feel welcome to receive the energies of these gemstones. And let's switch back to Siberian jade. Although this may be Canadian. I'm sorry, I do not know the origin of our 4mm. But notice the difference in how much you're able to receive with or without effort. Now, if you were wearing this, You're getting so much, and your body may be comfortable with that. But then after a while, it's possible you may start wanting to reach out for more of that type of energy. But you've already bought a jade necklace, so very unlikely you're going to get another one. But what happens is that effort that your body is making to call in your energies, the effort your body is making to get more of the benefits of this gemstone is making you stronger, is making you more self-reliant to be able to call in these gemstones, to be able to call in, your energies, to be able to call in your energies on your own. On your own. So I've got some jade earrings on. I have a jade bracelet that I'm wearing. Not wearing the jade necklace. Actually, I would have, but it's currently in my pile of gems to be cleansed. So I'll take care of that tonight. And anyway, it was the bloodstone and moonstone that we're really calling for me today. So this is the 4mm. And you may or may not sense that this is enough. You may or may not. But let's try again the 10mm. And notice the difference. Let's go back to the 4mm quartz. Quartz is very affordable. It is a wonderful gemstone to use as a poultice. For example, if you hurt your wrist or something like that, you can hold the gems over the painful area. It brings more light into that area, helping it to heal. And that will be true of whatever size that you have. It is true that the larger size, the light will penetrate more deeply. But just something like a wrist, all the anatomy is like right there, so 4mm would be fine. 10mm is going to not only saturate my wrist, but also my hand. I can feel it already moving up my elbow and into my shoulder. Yeah, and it's beginning to travel everywhere. So yes, the greater the mass, the greater its presence, and the more it can support you. Except if you're hypersensitive to the environment and you want to start with something small, the 4mm, begin to gather strength as you're able to receive the energies of those gemstones, and then go from there. You can take your entire journey of exploring your hypersensitivity, gaining strength, gaining resilience, gaining, what's the opposite of fragile? Restoring the suppleness. You think of something fragile, you think of brittle, and that's also how I perceive the energies of hypersensitive people. It's like this beautiful, beautiful glass sculpture. You're almost afraid to touch it. And I'm speaking about a client relationships, but that can all be softened, can gradually move up. And the quartz makes it completely affordable to do that, to go from the 4 to the 6. And this may take weeks, it may take months, it may take years, depending on how your healing journey, how it goes. Right. I also have brought some turquoise. This is a 4mm turquoise. And turquoise is the type of stone that 4mm may be enough. That might be all that you need. Even someone like myself, although I have to admit, when I was in Tucson, I bought a turquoise necklace. I think the beads are like 14mm, just because it called to me so deeply. It's like, oh, I have to explore this. Here's 4 millimeter. I don't have that 14 millimeter with me. We just got back from Tucson. I haven't had it strung yet, and I'll share it with you at some point. But this is a 6 or maybe 7 millimeter. I guess I could look at the tag wherever it went. But I have a lot of necklaces out here. Yeah, we're playing with quite a few right now. This is the larger turquoise. Notice what that feels like. It's meaningful to be able to connect with some of the larger necklaces, the larger stones, because then you can learn what that feeling is, what the benefits are. And then when you go and you purchase a smaller one, well, it's a lot more affordable, but you now have the capability of having something there to remind you of what the benefits are that you are reaching for, and then you gain strength by reaching for those benefits on your own without the support of the gems. If you have just not feeling enough strength to be able to do that, and you want to have the gems work for you, well, then you would get something larger like this. Okay, once again, here's the small agate. Agate and citrine. Just bringing the gems closer to the camera just so you can see how beautiful all the colors are. And then 6 millimeter. Notice how your connection to the earth changes as I bring in the larger stones. How it's easier to become settled. Okay, and then the 8 millimeter. Oh, there's a really pretty purple one I just noticed. All the beads are different. A lot of greens in this particular one. And now here comes the 10s. 10 millimeter. Doesn't it feel like you're just being bathed in the gemstone energy? There's like no effort required at all. And so with the larger stones, the strength builds as the gemstone energies nourish you, and they help you grow the strength to receive more of the gems energies, but you also get the strength, and you learn the gems are teaching tools. They teach you how you can get their benefits on your own. And they also give you the resources, the nourishment you need so that you can. In my case this morning, would I have had the effort? Would I have had the ability to reverse what was going on in my throat without the big gemstones and just using the smaller ones? Probably not, because there's a lot that filled my day. There's a lot of things that I had to do, a lot on my schedule, a lot of things I still have to do. And I just didn't have the time to rest more. I didn't have the energy to heal myself by myself. So I'm using the gems to help me. And then I'm still able to go throughout my day and do the things that I love to do. One of which is sharing the gemstones with you. You can learn more about them on our website. You can go to learngem.org. And wanting to let you know, we also have quite a few other videos on our YouTube and blogs to read, lots of free resources. We have 2 gemstone therapy workshops coming, one in Portland, Oregon, one in Connecticut. You're welcome to attend those. They are an absolutely wonderful opportunity to take a look at a lot of our different gems and feel them, work with them, wear them, get a sense of how they support you, and then at the same time learn how to use them. So our workshops with the gemstone workshops are just a lot of fun. They're a huge immersion into the wonderful world of gemstone therapy. So you are invited. Okay, well, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'm wishing you all the very best on your journey to greater health. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone that you love. Bye for now.